decided they couldn't afford me anymore. I sat across from Graham Vickers, the new CTO. "The severance package is generous," said Diane. 2 months' salary plus your accrued vacation. "Thank you," I said. "Is that all?" Graham looked disappointed. "What would you like me to say?" "Most people have questions." I shrugged. Seemed straightforward. "Well, we'd appreciate your help with the transition," Graham said. "Perhaps a consulting arrangement for a few weeks." "I'll think about it," I said, knowing I wouldn't. I cleared out my desk. 18 years of work fit into a cardboard box. My phone buzzed. "This is Vic." The whole team's freaking out. "Alan." At home, Elaine asked, "What will you do now?" "Somebody will turn up." What Graham didn't know, I custom-coded large sections myself with minimal documentation. Only I understood the architecture, redundancies, and hidden security layers. I started at Veltria Housing, then Bayview Properties, with 2 desktops and a fax machine. "We're expanding," Harold Bay told me. "Need someone to build something solid." Over 18 years, I built a system handling tenant applications, maintenance requests, and rent collection across 63 properties in 4 states. When Justin sold Veltria to a private equity firm, things changed. Proposals for a documentation team were rejected. Consultants recommended off-the-shelf solutions that didn't fit. I was slowly sidelined. Elaine warned, "They're pushing you out." "They need me," I said. "That might be the problem," she replied. 6 months ago, Graham came in, hired 3 junior engineers, and started standardizing everything. I answered their questions, knowing they didn't grasp complexities. 2 weeks after termination, Graham called. "Victor, tenant portal issues. Can you consult?" I ignored him. 3 more calls. Alan texted. "Systems down all day. Maintenance requests aren't processing." Diane called. "Victor, want a temporary consulting arrangement. $300 per hour." "I'll think about it," I said, then hung up. Over 3 days, calls increased. I didn't respond. Then an email from Devlin Systems. "Victor, interested in opportunities? We want to upgrade our property management infrastructure." I replied. That evening, Graham came to my door. "Emergency. System down. $500 per hour. Whatever it takes." "I'm sorry," I said. "I have an interview tomorrow." At Devlin, Lawrence Devlin said, "Your Veltria system is legendary. We need someone to build something better." "I'm interested," I said. "Chief Systems Architect. Full benefits, stock, 20% higher salary than Veltria," he offered. "Why me?" "You sound like your former employer. We need reliability, not cheap." I accepted. Veltria's problems escalated. Alan updated me. Partial restoration, but critical functions still failing. A week in, Graham called. "Victor, serious. Payment records lost. Tenants complaining. Consulting team needs your input." "Graham, I'm employed elsewhere. Exclusive contract. I can't help. We'll double the rate for 2 days." "It's not about the money." "Revenge? Enjoy watching a struggle." "No. You decided my experience wasn't worth the cost. Now you're discovering what that means. The board wants you back. Full salary, signing bonus." "I appreciate it, but I'm committed to Devlin." Graham threatened legal action. "The system is as it was when you denied documentation requests. Every line of code belongs to Veltria. Lawyers can talk." I hung up furious. At Devlin, I started fresh. Proper systems, full documentation, redundancies. A month later, Alan visited. "Got time for lunch?" He said, "Veltria's chaos is worse than you think. Lost 3 years of data. Backup corrupted. Might need to rebuild from scratch." I wasn't surprised. The backup system had multiple redundancies. Skip a step, and it would fail. "That's not all," Alan said. "Graham planned your termination for months. He told the board they could replace you with cheaper engineers within 6 months, saving over $1 million annually." "How do you know?" Alan showed emails from Graham to the board, calling me indispensable by design, not necessity. "There's more," Alan continued. The private equity firm is selling Veltria. Graham was hired to cut costs and make the company look profitable. Why show me this? Because I quit yesterday and half the IT department has left. Consultants say it'll take 6 months to restore functionality. Westbrook Properties may leave. I realized Westbrook was nearly 30% of revenue, a huge loss. Later, I spoke with Lawrence about hiring Alan. He agreed. We were building a strong team. That evening, Graham called. Victor, situation critical. Westbrook may leave. Board's questioning me. Help us. I'm sorry, Graham. I can't. Name your price. Anything. It's about respect for experience and doing things right. You knew this would happen. No. I knew what I built and what it took to maintain it. I tried to share it. 2 months into Devlin, Lawrence said, Westbrook is leaving Veltria. Can we handle their portfolio? I assess 3 more senior engineers, dedicated servers. 8 weeks. Tight but possible. Lawrence, we've got 12 weeks in funding. I sketched a plan overnight. By morning, I had a staged rollout approach with minimal disruption. Lawrence nodded. Solid. Documentation phase adds 3 weeks. Non-negotiable, I said. Veltria failed because they skipped it. We hired more engineers, including ex-Veltria staff. Alan built a database migration tool. I designed modular architecture to scale. Justin Bayou emailed. Victor, apologies. Board was misled. Graham gone. Westbrook's departure hits hard. Doors open if you want back. I didn't respond. 10 weeks later, stage rollout began. Jeffrey Westbrook himself visited. So you're the architect? That's the plan. He warned Veltria was in trouble. Except one buyer, Lawrence added. Devlin, if acquisition happens, we need someone to integrate valuable Veltria systems into ours. I'd be willing, I said. Condition. Full documentation, proper training, no shortcuts. Agreed. No triumph, no revenge, just satisfaction knowing good work lasts. 6 months later, Veltria became Devlin Integrated Property Management. Acquisition complete. Former Veltria employees stayed. Graham and most executives were gone. Lawrence introduced me as Chief Integration Officer, guiding technical transition. I spoke briefly about the plan, emphasizing no one would be left behind due to cost-cutting. 1 year later, Devlin became the largest property management company in the Northeast. Systems fully documented, staffed, and functioning smoothly. Lawrence approved my proposal for a technical education division to train future engineers. Justin Bayou said, My father always said letting you go was the biggest mistake. Turns out he was right. Value isn't always visible until it's gone. I hadn't sought revenge. I'd moved forward, building something better, letting results speak for themselves.